Hello, gods and goddesses here in our kingdom, Wounds into Light. We're back with Experiencing God today. Thanks for joining me. May 4th be with you. Happy birthday, happy anniversary, love and light to each and every one of you. You are so incredibly special and important to me, and I see you here. The more that you contribute, I see you every single time. Thank you. God brings you to himself. You have seen what I did to the Egyptians and how I carried you on eagle's wings and brought you to me. Exodus 19:4. God did not deliver the children of Israel out of Egypt so that they could enjoy the promised land. He freed them from their bondage so they could come to know and worship him. 3 months after they left Egypt, God reminded his people why he had delivered them on eagle's wings. It was to bring the people to himself. That is, God saved them so that they could enjoy intimate fellowship with him. The Israelites had been slaves with no freedom to worship God. Now, with their own land, they could come to know and serve God freely. God's call was not to destroy the adulterous nations in Canaan, not to settle the lands they conquered, and not to establish a new nation, although all of these would be accomplished. Rather, God called them primarily to be a people who loved and worshiped him. Through God's acts of deliverance, they came to know him as an almighty and compassionate God, and they were now free to respond to him. I love that. We are so activity-oriented that we assume we were saved for a task we are to perform rather than for a relationship to enjoy. God uses our activities and circumstances to bring us to himself. When he gives us a God-sized assignment, its sheer impossibility brings us back to him for his enabling. Oh yeah. When God allows us to go through crisis, it brings us closer to him. And it brings us closer to ourselves, doesn't it? At least it's supposed to. I pray for you on that. If we are not careful, we can inadvertently bypass the relationship in order to get on with the activity. When you are busy in your activity for God, remember that God leads you to the experiences in order to bring you to himself. I love you. Wounds into Light.